everybody, welcome to my channel, Living the Red Dot. This is May from Singapore. Today I have 4 perfumes for you from the house of Guerlain, and they are Guerlain's Insolence EDP, Insolence EDT, Insolence Blooming EDT, and my Insolence EDT. If this is something you're interested in, please stay tuned. Hi everyone. So I have been meaning to review this Insolence line for quite a while, but I wasn't quite sure how to do it because they are all so similar. And yeah, so what I have are the ones in the original bottle, which kind of look like pretty roses, and I really love the bottles. Be careful and show it right here. Uh, put it all on a tray so you can see them. They look like this. Aren't they just gorgeous? It looks like a bouquet of flowers. So this is the EDT. EDT. Um, EDP is in the purple bottle. Insolence Blooming is in this kind of printed bottle here. And then this is the My Insolence, which is kind of like a bit white. Yeah. So I treasure these bottles because you can't find them anymore, and they are quite expensive if you look at them in the secondary market or resale market. Um, they have not been discontinued, but I do believe they have been reformulated. I think the EDT and the EDP were first put like after they took it out from these bottles, they put them in those B bottles, and I don't think they reformulated them. But now you can't, I don't think you can find them in the B bottle anymore. So it was only the B bottle for a few years, and they put them back in the classic flacon bouchon clos bottle, which is the bottle with a heart shaped stopper. So they look like this. So, like that. And when I look at the notes, I think they have been reformulated. So a lot of the classics, I think, has been reformulated and rebottled in this classic flacon. Um, yeah. So I guess first, in general, I'd like to say that these perfumes are beasts. Doesn't matter if they're EDT or EDP. They last forever. Like 8 hours and up. Like I could still smell them on my skin and definitely on my clothes. Um, they do project quite well in the beginning, and then they do calm down. So don't worry about that. Uh, all of them are like, well, except for my Insolence, are violets on steroids, is what people call them. They are really sweet candied violets, to my nose and also from my skin. That's what it highlights. It's sweet violet. If you love violets, if you love sweet, give this one a try. I think it's like, to me, it smells kind of like gourmand because they are like lollipops in the sweetness that I get from them. Um, they are all gorgeous. So, what else? So, yeah, they're all beast of a perfume. Doesn't matter if it's EDT or EDP. They all smell very similar. If you have one, you don't have to get the others because they all kind of start to smell the same in your nose unless you're really like picky about it, or your skin would tend to highlight certain notes. But I really think the sweet violets are the star of this. What else? Ah, they actually remind me a lot after that kind of like, after it calms down a bit, it reminds me of Le Bleu, uh, again by Guerlain. So this, I have a Le Bleu by Guerlain EDT right here. And so this is again one of the classics in the house of Guerlain. And this is, what do you call this? It's a very moody perfume. It's it's aptly named, the blue hours. It's kind of like that twilight time when things are starting to darken. So it's a very, very moody perfume. It's definitely not something that I actually wear. It's more really just something from my collection. It can smell quite dated. So to me, they created, I believe they created Guerlain and Insolence as kind of a modern take on Le Bleu. It's so much younger for sure and so much happier. Um, it's almost like Le Bleu is kind of like, being emo and depressed, and then you kind of like took a lot of Prozac to make it happy, like synthetically happy, and you get this my insolence. Yeah, it's funny. Before I never really smelled the Le blue in it, but then after a while, I guess my nose got a bit better at picking up like notes and stuff and comparing it to other perfumes. So yeah, so that's what it's like. The first one that was released was actually the My Insolence EDT, which was released in 2006, right here. And this is like the box for it is purple. It says EDT, and I bought it. I think it was the last bottle at the duty free shop, and I was looking for something younger from the House of Guerlain because I always find that Guerlain is so classy, so up there, so put together, so elegant. So I was looking for something brighter, younger, maybe even flirtier, and I think my Insolence like really fits the bill. Like after I smell it, and I bought it, and I really enjoyed it. Um, and it's like one spritz is really enough. So it doesn't look like I use much, but I have, and it doesn't take a lot to wear this perfume, like to last. So that's the My Own Salon's EDT. Like I said, it lasts 8+ hours. It's all about the violets. It's not for a shy person. This one is a loud perfume. Um, it does have a citrusy, more sparkly opening, so it's a little bit sparkly, and that's what makes it youthful. And I say that because the next perfume I'm going to talk about is the EDP, which was released, let's check my notes, released back in 2008. And this is how it looks like. Again, look how purple it is. So it's all about the violets, this one. It's like, it's beautiful. So this one is much deeper. So the EDT is really more youthful and sparkling. This is more put together and subdued. So this is definitely for more of a night out, special occasion perfume. I wouldn't wear any of them in the office. They are just monster, types of perfume. So don't wear these in the office. Uh, this one, like I said, is more for a nighttime, more intimate type of like dates, um, candlelights. This is very much more sensual than the EDT. And unlike the EDT, it doesn't have that sparkly opening. To me, it goes straight to that very nice violet, sweet violet, and powdery iris. So this to me also is much more powdery than the EDT. So one is good for daytime, one is good for nighttime. Um, doesn't mean that you can't wear the EDT for nighttime. I just find that the EDP is a little bit more sensual and deeper, more for kind of like intimate nights with a loved one. Um, hmm. And next, thing that came out is, let's see now, 2008, 2009. They came out with another special EDT called Insolence Blooming. So this is how that looks like. It's got that floral kind of like origami like print right here. This says Guerlain Paris, Insolence right there. So this one, I bought this used, and I bought a bunch of perfume for someone who is downsizing their collection, and this was one of the perfumes. So I had it all in a paper bag when I picked it up. They put it in a paper bag, so I picked it up, and I swear there's about like 5 perfumes in there, but I could smell this like wafting like through the paper bag. It feels like there's only one perfume in there, and it smells like it's spilled, but it did not. It was that strong for an EDT. Yeah, so this one, again, the violet is there for sure. You've got red berries, and I think this one is definitely more linear. The others do develop, like the EDT from that sparkling citrus to calming down a bit, to be a little bit more powdery, but still like highlighting that violet, and then going to that vanilla, and becoming more of a kind of cozy type of perfume. And then you've got like the EDP developing from that iris and violet heart, and then mixing it nicely in that like vanilla base. So this one is linear. It's it stays there highlighting the violet, um, the red berries, which keeps it like light, so it doesn't really, and the iris. So the iris and the violet is not as deep and sensual as you will get it on the EDP, because the red berries is there to keep it kind of like more floating out there, lighter. So this is definitely very good for like everyday wear. It doesn't have that citrus sparkliness that the EDT has. So this is really a good in between the EDT, the Insolence EDT, and the Insolence EDP. But unfortunately, I think this has been discontinued. I'm not sure if this was kind of like just a special edition or not, but I don't think they make this anymore. Next, we go to another EDT, My Insolence 2012. It looks like this, and this one has a lot of fans lamenting the discontinuation, so they don't make this anymore. I got lucky. I found someone selling it brand new and opened for $18. Yay! Yeah. So this is very different from the rest of the Insolence line of flankers. This one has no violets whatsoever. This one is all about almonds, almond blossom, and vanilla. It is a very elegant scent compared to the loudness and kind of almost brashness of the candied like violets in the Insolence EDT, EDP, and Insolence Blooming EDT. This one is like creamy gourmand. This is very feminine, very soft. Strangely enough, it does have raspberry in it, which never reacts well on my skin. But on this one, I have to say Guerlain did a very good job of mixing it really well. The raspberry is mixed in, so I see a little bit of the sweetness and a little bit of the sourness of the raspberry, but on my skin it doesn't get highlighted and overpowering the rest of the wonderful vanilla scent. So yeah, so this is the box for My Insolence. right there. And this is beautiful. I use this one sparingly. This creamy vanilla almondy gourmand. It's just gorgeous. So that's that for my review of the Guerlain Insolence line and flankers. If you enjoyed this review, please press like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.